See how beautiful it's looking. So here, see, look at the beauty. I really love it. So this is the beauty. I love it, and it's ready. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to our channel All Baking and Cooking. Today we are again here for a very interesting recipe. You know, nowadays we are making a lot of dishes which include cheese, like we need cheese for that. And if you go buy cheese from the market, especially in Pakistan, it's really very expensive compared to the other countries. So here we have come up with a solution for especially for Pakistani viewers. Today we're gonna tell you how to make mozzarella cheese at home with simple ingredients which are present in kitchen almost all the time. Here I've got 3 kgs of full fat or full cream milk, and I have put that in an wide open pot, and I have put it on heat as low as possible. Like, you have to keep that in mind, that the heat should be as low as possible. And then we need a wooden spoon, or if you have spatula, silicone spatula or plastic spoon, that would do great. So what I have done, I have put the milk on a very low heat, like as low as least heat in your stove. We will put the milk on that until it gets warmer, like warm but not very hot. Like, it is in a its temperature is like you can easily, like your fingers can bear that heat. It should be that hot. So we have put it on the low flame, and we are waiting until it gets our desired temperature. So as our milk is heating up, meanwhile we are preparing a solution which we have to add into the milk to make the cheese. So here I have taken 2 tablespoons of water, and I'm going to add 2 teaspoons. This is tartaric acid. This is called tartaric acid. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of tartaric acid into 2 tablespoons of water. This is also called tartary in Urdu. So we are going to make a solution. I'm going to dissolve it into the water. So here I just want to mention that if you don't have tartaric acid, you can simply use white vinegar, synthetic vinegar or white vinegar. And even if you don't have, you can use lemons. And amount of vinegar or lemon or this tartaric acid solution in water, it depends on the quantity and quality of your milk. If you're having a good quality full fat milk, it probably gonna take more quantity of any of the acidic solution. Basically, we are using here an acidic solution for the milk protein to separate the whey from the milk protein. So you can take anything, and when I'm going to add the solution into the milk when it's warm, you can judge the quantity of the acidic solution, what amount of the solution is needed actually. So initially, like I have given you some rough idea, you can you can add more or less of the solution as much as needed. We will start adding the solution little by little, so that we know the exact quantity of how much acidic solution is needed, whether it's be it white vinegar or lemon juice, anything, or tartaric acid solution. So here I have got a solution, and when our milk is warmed, we are going to add it. And So the temperature, the simplest way of checking the temperature is you will put your finger into the milk, and it should be warm enough, but not that hot that you're like you cannot bear it with your hands or with your skin. So it's still getting warm. The most important tip is to keep the flame low. So as you can see, the milk has reached its our desired temperature. I can put my finger into it, and my finger can bear the temperature. But it is hot, but not that hot that I cannot bear that. So it's time to add the acidic solution, which we have in this case made up with the tartaric acid dissolved into the water, and now I have turned off the flame. Once our milk has reached out its temperature, we will turn off the flame. So I have initially added 3 teaspoons of the solution, and we are going to stir it gently. We are going to stir it gently, and it has started to curdle, but still is holding its mystery. So I'm going to add more solution. You will keep adding the solution, vinegar or lemon juice, whatever you have in hand, and you will keep adding one by one, like 1 spoon by 1 spoon, until the whey protein, the whey is separated from the milk proteins. So like you can see, the milk has started to curdle. And one more important thing, we have to turn off the flame before any bubbles start coming on the surface of the milk, because once if milk has started properly boiling, then we cannot make the we can make the cottage cheese out of it, but not the mozzarella cheese, which we are aiming for in this recipe. So you can see the yellow water is being separated up from there, and still I have got some about 1 teaspoon of water with me, but that is not needed anymore. So it is actually it is the perfect amount. Like I told you, 2 tablespoons of water in 3 kgs of full fat full cream milk, with 2 teaspoons of tartaric acid, and like I guess 3 tablespoons of white vinegar, synthetic vinegar, enough for this purpose. And if you will take if you are gonna take if you're going to take lemon juice, I think it is going to take a little bit more amount of lemon juice. So you can see our yellow water is separated, and we have got the milk protein here separated. So I'm gonna take them out. I have taken a strainer, and I'm going to take out all the milk proteins from this solution onto another strainer. See how beautiful it's looking. So here we have got, and I'm gonna put it onto a strainer. Look at this. So we have got our basic curdle for the cheese. Now we are going to turn it into cheese. So a little process is left, a little bit of work, more work is left, and our cheese will be ready in minutes. So you can see all the water is drained out, and the rest of the water we can gently press it. Be careful that you don't We will gently squeeze it to take the excess to take out the excess water. So here I have got the water, and I have warmed up the water again, and the temperature of the water is as equal to, like, I can put my finger in it and my finger can hold it. So now what I'm gonna do, I have put the I'm putting this milk protein, our curd, actually the curd, into the water, and we are going to leave it for 1 to 2 minutes. So now we are gently pressing it, and you will see that all of the granular structure will disappear, and it will melt, and it will become smooth and silky and softer. So we are going to press it, gently press it. Don't break the bowl of the cheese, and use your hand or spatula or any wooden or plastic spoon to gently press it against the wall of the pot. We actually have to stretch this milk curd. So you can see the milk curd actually has, the cheese curd actually has to smoothen out, and we are stretching it by pressing it against the walls of the pot, but very gently. Don't have to break it. I am going to take it out. I am gently pressing it again, and so the water is warmed up, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of because this is this was 3 kg of milk, so I'm going to add a full tablespoon of salt into this water. Just dissolve the salt into it. And then add the cheese curd into this again, into this water, and gently press it. Yes, Mina, you can speak up. आप बोल सकती हो, it's okay. अंकल वीडियो में कट कर देंगे, ये जो एक्स्ट्रा बातें होती है ना, वो अंकल वीडियो बनाते हुए उनको एडिट कर देते हैं, कट कर देते हैं. इंसान क्या कर रहे हो बेटे? Meanwhile, if your water gets cold, you can again warm it. So here is our cheese curd after straining it, and you can see it still have like it's still a little bit warm. I have pressed it like that between my hands after leaving it for 2-3 minutes onto a strainer, and then I'm gently pressing it, the cheese curd, to take out the remaining water. And make sure you're pressing it really gently. We don't want to press it so hard so that it loses its you see the stretching in it, so we don't want to lose its stretching, so we have to press it really gently. After that, when amount of water has stopped coming out, now I'm gonna take again lukewarm water once again, almost the same temperature of that as was the milk when we added vinegar in that, or strict acid or tartaric acid, whatever you added that. So here I have collected the water. So you can use this water for watering plants by mixing it into the simple water, or to make the dough. So now I am taking lukewarm water. I am going to put this cheese curd into this lukewarm water. It's not hot, but it's warm. So now what we are going to do, we are going to melt this cheese curd and we are going to stretch it. The warm water will melt the protein and it will get smoother and shinier. All the grainy structure will go away, whatever we have got left, and we will get a very nice stretchy cheese. See, at this point, if you want to add salt in the water to make the cheese salty, you can add it. So like for 3 kgs of milk, I am adding, you can add 2 tablespoons of plain salt, table salt. So before adding the salt, take the cheese out, add the salt. So this was 3 kgs of milk, so I have added 2 full tablespoons of salt. We will mix it and now we will stretch the cheese gently. So what actually this water does, you can see the structure of the cheese, the grains are disappearing and cheese has started to stretch now. We will stretch it like this. So now I have taken fresh water from the tap and now I'm going to put this cheese ball into this. So now our cheese is ready. We will put it in refrigerator or freezer like for 3-4 hours and then it will be ready to use. And and look at that texture, look at that bounciness and stretchiness. So our cheese is ready in almost 15 minutes. So you can see I have put it in the lukewarm water and I'm stretching it, but we have to put it back immediately into the water before it starts breaking. We have to do it until it's all smooth and silkier and we can see the cheese threads actually from it's different from the curd. Like first we made the curd and then we again it has become one unified piece. I have gently pressed it and I have pressed out all the water. Now one last step, I have to put it into the fresh water, cold water. So here you can see I have changed the water. This is fresh water from the tap and now I am putting it into the water so that if there is any leftover milk water, in the cheese. It can be gently pressing it against the bottom, and you can see water is changing its color a bit, but not like much. See, look at the beauty. I really love it. So beautiful. So when we put, after putting it into the and stretching it into the warm water or lukewarm water, when we put it in the cold water, it takes its shape. Actually, it's not cold water, I'm repeating it, it's the normal room temperature fresh water. So when we put it into that water, it starts forming up itself, like it is formed up, and it gets hardened, and it holds its shape then. So it's the important step, the last step. Before using it, you have to keep it refrigerated, or you have to like freeze it for 3 to 4 hours. Once it gets ready, I will shred it and I will show you how to use it like the normal any store-bought cheese. So this is the beauty. I love it, and it's ready.